Hello, everyone. Thank you guys for joining me. This is Tracy DeMario, and I am the Superstar Director for the Scented Bliss Group. So I appreciate you guys tuning in to get some knowledge and hopefully help with your Scentsy business. So let's get started here. The first thing that we always do at our local meetings is, of course, we greet our guests, and we like to do shout outs to our new consultants, those who promoted, and highlight PRV and those who have sponsored. So if you're watching this recording on the post, where I'm going to post this in the group, we would love for you guys to either give yourself some shout outs, or if you have team members that have joined us, promoted, are doing a great job getting active and better, or have added team members, please give them a shout out so we can all get excited and give them congrats where they are deserved. A few of the things that we did discuss was the Bring Back My Bar voting. If you happen to be a new consultant, just so that you know, this happens twice a year, this campaign. We voted during this month of October. The voting has now closed, and the current list of Bring Back My Bars can be found on the News tab, as well as we have posted them in our local group Scented Bliss team. This is going to go on sale in January as far as where your customers can purchase it. You will have the option of purchasing them in advance. Again, you can read the News tab article for all the specifics and the details, but this is a great promotion. Even if you're a brand new consultant, you've probably already had people asking you for things that are no longer current. For example, I get asked all the time for vanilla suede, and I even have a list in my phone of customers who have asked me for certain scents, so that when things like the Bring Back My Bar comes out and we actually can sell them, I can notify them of their favorite scents. If you've been a consultant for a while, then the best thing for you to do is to go through your order forms from previous orders and look for any of the scents that are no longer available in the catalog, but that are coming back in the Bring Back My Bar promotion. You'll want to start doing this towards the end of December to prepare your customers so that they can stock up while those bars are for sale. And again, that will only be in January. You can use these bars and fragrances in the bundle and save packages. So you can use them when you're buying a system or a 6-pack of bars to save your customers some money. Also, this time of year, of course, we have our harvest and our holiday collections. Remember, these are while supplies last, so it's important that you express that as you're advertising them and sharing them with your hosts, or if you have bag parties or home parties coming up. And check your News tab daily for updates on products that have sold out. The same is true with our warmer of the month. In fact, the rodeo, which was one of our warmers of the month, just sold out yesterday. So that information will always be on your News tab, and it's important as a business owner that you stay in the know and check your News tab on a daily basis. For those of you that have yet to enroll in the Scent or Warmer of the Month subscription, just so you know, you can still do so. You have until October the 28th to get the current Warmer and or Scent of the Month subscription. Just simply go into your account tab and edit your subscription accordingly. Of course, this month we have a join promotion, and again, you'll find that information on your News tab as well as in your resources. You can find some additional information, and it was just pointed out to me as well. If you go to resources and search FAQ, there's actually an October join promotion FAQ that I did not know was out there. So if you have more questions, that's certainly some places you can go to get that information. But it's a fantastic time to join. The opportunity to earn a Scentsy Go and a pod for free is fantastic. So let's make sure we're sharing it. We're following up on our leads. Hopefully all of you guys have seen this and are excited about bath bombs. Whether you use them personally or not, I know me personally, I'm not a bath person. I'm lucky to get a shower, although I do every day. I'm sometimes lucky. It has to be quick. So baths are really not really my thing. But as I've said before, it's not about me, just like it's not about you. It's about what is in demand and what do our customers want. And bath bombs, there's a huge market for bath bombs. So stay posted. We're going to get the list of scents posted here very shortly. So that should be exciting, and you want to be sure that you are sharing this with your customers, your friends, your family members, and even consider that might be a great gift for your teachers, kids' teachers, or family members and such as well. So keep that in mind. They, again, will be while supplies last. So very important that you're stressing that to your customers. There will be a sense of urgency, and you're going to want to get those orders in ASAP to ensure availability. Okay, the next thing that we did, and I hope at some point we have better options so that we can do this live stream and have success. In the past, we've tried Facebook Live, we've tried recording, but the sound and the Wi-Fi is just, it's usually not a good experience, and we get a lot of complaints because of sound or not being able to hear and choppiness. So since that, we've just decided to do this meeting recap. And basically, I'm just sharing the information that we discussed in the training components of the meetings each month. So you'll want to watch for that if you can't make it to the events live and in person. We did ask Katrina Brunk, Katie Servos, Layson Hernandez, and Jessica Dial to come up and to share. I had basically a bunch of questions, which I have here. I'm going to kind of share with you both some of the questions and some of the responses. And the reason that I asked these 4 individuals to come up, and you can tell they all have different ranks, was because, and I have to say, I forgot to correct this, Layson is actually a superstar consultant, and that's kind of a big deal. So I want to be sure that I get that corrected. She is a superstar consultant. But they have different ranks. But what's in common with each of these, especially after hearing their responses to the panel, is they all consistently work their business. Not the same way. In fact, each of them did things differently. However, they consistently worked their business, and that's what sets them apart from the consultants who may or may not be finding success in the business consistently. When asked if they set monthly goals, each of them set monthly goals. Most of them set a minimum 500 PRV goal each and every month. Now, it hasn't always been that case, you know, from the time they joined. Some of them, it was just to get active, which is 200 PRV. But as they decided to really make this a serious gig, you know, they realized that that 500 PRV is a key component to getting paid at the maximum benefit as you are growing your team. So that is an absolute necessity. In fact, all of these consultants had over 1,000 PRV, and the 4 of them combined had over 9,200 PRV already for the month of October. So they clearly are working very hard and have found success. If you have additional questions for any of these consultants, they're all active members of our group, be sure that you send them a message, post out here, post on them, tag them on this message, on this post. You know, feel free to ask away. They're all very willing to share and have done an excellent job with their business. All of them talked about times when they did not hit their goal, and the difference between them and many is they never quit. Even though they've came up short, they've missed goals, they've, you know, set expectations that didn't necessarily happen at that time, not one of them has quit the business, and they've all had lots of good reasons to quit. Anything from, you know, just bombs of events, bombs of home parties. I mean, you name it, it has happened to each and every one of them. And yet they continue to pursue this business, treat it like a business, and again, have found success. What I thought was really interesting is not 2 of them do exactly the same things. For example, not all of them do events. Some of them prefer really small events that do events. Not all of them do Facebook parties. In fact, one of them is very successful with Facebook parties, and the other ones dread the word Facebook parties. All of them do home parties, although Katrina was upfront about the fact that she's probably done 2 home parties in the last year, and yet she gets paid at Star Director rank each and every month. She's found a way to work her business in what works for her. Now, she likes home parties, she will do home parties, but she's found other ways to make sure she has a great customer base and stays in business. So again, if you have specific questions for any of these consultants, please feel free to ask them and post out on the group so they can share that with you. And again, I thank each of one of them for sharing. If you guys have some tips and have found some great successes, I would love to hear from you, and I would love the opportunity for us to share that with the group as well. Okay, we continued with the whole tip or treat concept. And the next thing that we did is basically I opened it up to everybody. I shared a couple of tips, And then I asked those in the group to share some as well. So what I would like from you guys is I would like for you to share a tip on this post as we go through this. Just a couple of things that I would like to point out in case you guys were not aware of it. One is on the dishes, all of our new dishes now have on the bottom, when you turn them upside down, a number. That number is the recommended number of cubes for that warmer. Now, I can tell you in the past, especially when I first started, the general rule was always to tell our customers 1 cube in a nightlight or mini warmer and 2 cubes in a large warmer. And the reality is every person has different preferences on their scent experience. So there's no magic answer or magic number that's going to necessarily give everyone the best scent experience. So having conversations with your customers is important. At the same time, corporate is now giving us some input and recommendations by using the number on the bottom of the dish. If your customers made it very clear that they like lighter fragrances and that dish says 6 cubes, then that might be a little much, especially if it's a fragrance like clove and cinnamon, cinnamon bear, mocha doodle, some of our stronger fragrances. So you still have to use that as a general guide, but be sure you are doing a good job of educating your customers so that they have the best possible scent experience. The next thing is our body line. I hope that each and every one of you already own all of it and are using it on a regular basis. I'll share a couple of examples that happened to me just recently within the last couple of weeks. The most recent, I walked into the gas station to make a purchase, and as soon as I was at the counter, the lady says to me, "Oh my gosh, I don't want this to sound weird, but what are you wearing? Because you smell amazing." And of course, I was quick to say it is our SCENTSY body line. I said, we sell more than warmers and wax, and I have on the sea salt and avocado fragrance roller. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, that smells so fantastic. Can I have a catalog?" And obviously, I had one with me because I don't travel without them. So that was a great opportunity for me to share the body line. Another example of this is I recently was getting my teeth cleaned. And while I was getting my teeth cleaned, you know, there comes a point when the dentist will come in and then check just to look over things and make sure all is good. As soon as she walked in, she said, "Oh my gosh, it smells amazing in here." And the dental hygienist was quick to say, "It's her, it's her." And again, I had the opportunity to share the body line. So you need to be wearing it, you need to be using it, you need to be gifting it. You know, if you have opportunities to give birthday gifts or thank you gifts, you need to be giving SCENTSY, and not just the traditional warmers and wax, but give things that maybe your customers have not had an opportunity to try. And then I've shared this in the past, but we do have a lot of new team members. Another thing is, you know, I'm out and about a lot, and of course I like to have my business cards, I have my catalogs, I have them in all my vehicles. I always have them with me. However, there are times when I find myself going into, for example, Kauffman Stadium, or maybe into a situation where I don't want to carry a bag because I don't want to have to go through that extra line where they have to check your bags, but I always have my phone on me. So I have a picture that I have taken of my business card in my phone, so that when I'm wearing my SCENTSY branded shirt and someone says to me, "Oh my gosh, do you sell SCENTSY? Do you have a card?" I can quickly say, "You know, I didn't bring anything with me inside. However, I'd be happy to text you a copy of my business card so you'll have my contact information." At the same time, that gives me an opportunity to ask them for their name, and I save them in my phone as a customer so that when I'm doing my regular customer text or follow-up, I'll have their contact information to do that with them as well. So again, I would recommend, and I would really like to see some of you guys sharing some of your tips on this thread as we progress. Okay, I'm going to go through this one fairly quickly. This is a home party game that was shared with me at the Superstar Director Summit in Idaho back in September. I know it's going to be hard for you to read. I'm going to upload this file to the file sections so it'll be easier for you guys. But in the meantime, just bear with me as we go through this. Basically, you're going to hand one of these out to each one of the guests at your home party. And the first thing you're going to have them do is say, "Would you please complete," and again, there's no right or wrong. We're just here to have a good time. Let's have some fun, see who's going to win a prize. And would you guys please complete the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fragrances and match them to what you believe is the description of their fragrance. And stop there when you've completed matching the 6 descriptions with the scents. So at this point, of course, you're going to give them a couple of minutes to do that. And in case you guys didn't know, I'll just kind of tell you. Homestead Holiday goes with the one on the bottom. Whoops, no, sorry, it doesn't. Third down. Blood Orange and Cinnamon Freshened by Fir Needle. And then we've got Apple and Cinnamon Sticks is going to go with the first one. Apple Peel Spiced Rice Pumpkin. Gingerbread Donut goes with the second to bottom one. Heavenly Gingerbread Spiced Donut and Vanilla Bean. Then we got Hug in a Mug goes with the very bottom. Curl Up with Chocolate, Hazelnut, and Cookie Dough. And Glacier Ice is going to go with the fourth one down, A Touch of Wild Berry Cooled by Frosty Mistletoe. Once they've gotten there, we're going to proceed. And again, this is during a home party, so this is part of your home party experience. You're going to ask them to guess how many warmers of all sizes and diffusers total are in our catalog. How many wax scents are in the catalog? How many fragrances do our scent packs come in? How many laundry liquid fragrances are in the catalog? How many fragrances do the counter clean come in? How many scent pod options are for our new Scentsy Goer in the catalog? How long have I been selling Scentsy in years and months? How much is the starter kit and when you joined? How many countries is Scentsy fragrance sold in, and a bonus if you can name them? And how much does a party total need to be before host rewards are granted? So at this point, once I've given them a few minutes to answer these questions, I am then going to start with the first one. How many warmers of all sizes and diffusers are in the catalog? The correct answer is 125. Who got close? So whoever got it right, which, you know, odds are nobody maybe would have got it right, they're going to get a point for that. But at this time, I'm going to talk about our warmers and our diffusers. So I'm going to do just a quick commercial, something like this, just to give you guys an example. As you can see here on my table display, I have a couple of different warmers here to show you. All of our warmers are electric, most of which still require a light bulb. They can be a 15, a 20, or a 25 watt light bulb. And we also have our new element warmers. The element warmers do not have a light bulb, so there won't be any light. However, the warming dish is going to get warm, and it's still going to release the fragrance just like our warmers do with light bulbs. All of our warmers have a lifetime electrical warranty. So if you have this warmer, whether it be for a month or 6 years, and something were to happen to it with its electrical, all you need to do is contact me and we will simply replace it. So that's just an example of what I'm going to say when it comes to our warmers. I'm going to do a quick commercial on our diffusers too, which is going to be something really simple. Like, as you can see, we now have a line of diffusers and oils. They are absolutely beautiful, some of which are hand-blown glass, others are ceramic, and we have added some new additional ones to our line as well this season. You'll get a full view of all the diffusers in your catalog. What makes our diffusers unique is not only does it have a limited lifetime warranty on the diffuser itself, it also is going to change 16 different LED light color options. You can make it where it'll rotate through the colors, or you can simply lock it in on any one color, or if you prefer, use it with no color. You can use regular tap water. You do not have to use distilled water. And there's no heating element, so that's not going to be a concern of any kind. It's a cool mist. And again, then I'm going to refer them back to the catalog for additional information. So that's just a really quick kind of commercial. How many scents are in the catalog? The correct answer is 90. At this point, I'm going to do a quick commercial on our wax. Our Scentsy wax is made of food grade wax. It's the highest quality of wax on the market, so when we load it with wax, it's going to hold more oil than a candle or a soy product. Depending on the size of the warmer that you choose and your scent preferences, you can use anywhere from 1 cube of wax up to the entire bar. And I can talk to you a little bit more individually about what your preferences are and how you like your fragrances once you have an opportunity to sample them. And you will have a time in a few minutes to sample all of our fragrances should you like to. How many fragrances do our scent packs come in? The answer is 39. I'll do one more commercial and then I think you guys get the gist of it. But so for example, with the scent packs, I'm going to also share a buddy. I'm going to say these are our buddies here, our Scentsy buddies, with the exception of Lenny the Lamb that you'll find in the catalog. Our wall supplies last. We do have a variety of buddies available, so please let me know if you have a child, a baby, or even an adult for that matter, that you're interested in purchasing a buddy for. you'll find that they have a zipper area, and in that is where you would place the scent pack. Scent packs were originally intended to go in our buddies. However, they can go anywhere you want fragrance, whether that's a gym bag, a locker, your car, desk drawer, does not matter. They can go everywhere. In addition to our scent packs, we have other on-the-go products, such as our travel tins, car bars, room sprays, and scent circles. And at this point, I would be just explaining what those are as well, but I won't do so now. I think you guys get the idea. I'm using this to highlight the items on my table. Okay, how many laundry liquid fragrances are in the catalog? The answer is 12. How many fragrances does the counter clean come in? That would be 9. How many scent pod options are for our new SCENTSY Go in the catalog? 15. How long have I been selling SCENTSY in years and months? For me personally, it would be 8.11. And then, of course, I'm going to give a really quick story as to why I joined SCENTSY and how SCENTSY has blessed me. Again, keep it quick. Okay, you don't want to tell them your whole life story. This should be short, but you want to generate interest. How much is the starter kit when you join SCENTSY? It's $99. And, of course, if we have any promotions going, you're going to want to share those as well. Like, as an example, this month with SCENTSY Go. How many countries is SCENTSY fragrance currently sold in? The answer would be 12. And to name them would be US, Canada, Mexico, UK, Ireland, France, Spain, Germany, Australia, New Zealand, Scotland, and Austria. And we want to talk about that as well, because you never know who might be in the room. You may have someone whose cousin lives in Australia, or you might have someone who had a foreign exchange student living with them 2 years ago that now lives in France. So you want to definitely be, talking about that and generating interest in other areas. How much does a party need to be before host rewards are granted? And of course, the answer is 200. And that's your opportunity to then talk about hosting a party and the host benefits. If you need more examples of commercials or are struggling in any areas of this, please let us know so that we can assist you with this. As I'm not obviously all of your guys' directors, many of you have other upline directors, but be sure you're reaching up and out so that we know what areas you're needing more help in and we can help you be more successful. If we don't know, we can't help. So that's just a quick highlighted version. Like I said, watch for this document to be uploaded to the group. Okay, and then we're actually going to skip that part. Our next meeting is, because I'm going to talk about that actually later down the road, that other training I was going to do. I didn't do it at the meeting. The next thing is our upcoming meetings are November the 21st and December 19th. If you live in the area, please make it a priority to attend. It certainly is great to see all of you guys. I like the opportunity to get to know who you are, know your faces, know your names. And if you don't live in the area to where you can come, see if there's some other members that live close to you, other consultants. It doesn't have to be a formal meeting or training. Even if you go for ice cream or for coffee or just a meetup, odds are there's others in your area that you could be visiting with or meeting with. And I can tell you, for me personally, I love having the training center. I love attending events, but it is really great to get to know some of you guys personally. And it does help whenever you're needing ideas and to share information. Our groups are great. But when you can have face-to-face time with other consultants, I think you'll find it the most beneficial. So I hope you guys learned something. I hope you'll try this game out at one of your parties. And I hope that you're excited about October. And of course, our biggest month is yet to come, that being in November. So let's stay busy. Let's keep doing our follow-up, and let's share SCENTSY everywhere we go. Thank you, guys.